Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PvZ ECLISE. This is a mod made by GoodP2 and Mindpower, and it is a mod that makes the game linear and a lot more balanced. So I have played this mod before during about beta 1.8 and beta 1.9, but I've never finished it, and this is alpha 2, and it is a new version that basically revamps the whole entire story, and the whole entire thing is new. So basically, even though I have played previous versions of this game, some of the levels are new and I have no idea what's going to happen. So we're just going to jump right on into it and press play. And as you can see, we have a new loading screen. This is the Eclipse girl instead of having the sunflower. Oh wow, it just gives you it. No skipping the tutorial this time. So I believe why you can't skip the tutorial is because the tutorial gives you certain plants that you need to use. So to people who don't know what Plants vs Zombies is basically this tower defense game where you basically plant plants to defend zombies from entering your house. If you're watching this, you probably know what Plants vs Zombies is, but I'm just gonna explain this anyways. So sunflowers produce sun, which are basically your economy. You're used to buy other plants to defend your house. Sunflowers don't really do much aside from that. You can also use them as meat shields, which is why I'm putting them on my third column and not my first column. Also, I would just like to mention, I am not that good at Plants vs Zombies, so don't expect me to be amazing at this game. I'm playing here just to showcase this game and also just to have fun. Sunflower gives you additional sun. Also, you get sun from just the game naturally giving it to you, but sunflowers are basically just a way to make it faster. This is the tutorial to the shovel. You can use these to remove plants you don't want. Now we have the walnut. So this is basically your tank. So just defend. So basically, it will just block zombies from entering. So as you can see, this zombie right here, it's chewing on the walnuts, and it is very tanky, has a lot of HP. So you can basically use this to just stall zombies. But I tend to not use this. I don't think it's actually that good of a plant. I personally just like using my sun, spending my sun on just more firepower. Also put that pea shooter in the wrong place. But since it's giving it to me, I'll just use it. But don't expect me to use this very often. I don't tend to use this. And also, as you can see, press the shovel and you can dig up a plant. I also haven't mentioned this, but there is a two time speed. So if it's going too slow for you, you can press this button right here and it'll go 2 times speed. As you can see, I'm digging up some sunflowers because I don't need them anymore. Walnut blocks off zombies and protects your other plants. And now we have all 5 lanes. So you have 5 lanes, you have to protect all these 5 lanes. So previously we had 3 lanes to protect, now we have 5. You can get coins from just killing zombies and playing the game. And these coins can be used to buy, I think, cosmetics and stuff. Also, we have this zombie right here. It has a cone on its head. It's called a cone head, and it basically is just more tankier, has more HP. And there's also another variant called the bucket head, and that just has more HP than the cone head. Also, I am playing on BlueStacks. I will put a link in the description to the download of this game and a guide on how to download it. And as you can see, we have a cone head right over here, and this is just really tanky zombie. Hey neighbor, can I borrow that hot sauce? I've been holding on to this taco for forever. Oh, that was amazing! Thank you, neighbor. Hey, I found a note. Hello, homeowners. After my grand defeat, I have decided to amass my army again for an even greater attack. I have been polluting the timelines thoroughly with my zombie hordes. Soon, my unstoppable army will be coming your way to collect your brain. Submit your brain now, or face the consequences. This is your last warning. Sincerely, Dr. Edgar Zomboss. Cool, Mr. Boss Guy wants us to travel through time with him. We're going to need my time machine. Her name is Penny, and I'm Crazy Dave, but you can call me Crazy Dave. Finally, another user who can process my queries. Let me postulate. You will need to travel through time to defeat Zomboss and his armies again. She's so smart. Now let's go. So, the story in PvZ ECLISE is different from the story in the original game. It's not too different, I don't think. And honestly, I don't think anybody really cares that much about the story. I won't be reading all these texts, by the way, because I think that's just kind of boring. But these texts do have useful tips. Later on in the game, they will give you useful tips on how to beat certain levels. So, if you're playing this game for yourself and you're struggling, you can read some of these texts and they will give you useful hints. Anyways, we're here at ancient Egypt, and this is basically where the game really starts. So as you can see, you have gravestones, and these gravestones just block the way of your plants. Block the projectiles of your plants. So you have to destroy them first before you can actually shoot. Before you can hit zombies. Also, with BlueStacks for our keybinds as well, I don't have any keybinds set up yet, but I will do that in the future. Probably after this level. Also, here's a little tip: you can stall these zombies by doing this. These zombies are called raw zombies. They'll try to steal your sun, and you can basically stall them by doing that. They'll actually stop moving when they're trying to steal your sun. So a little neat tip in case you want to stall them. And if they do take your sun, I'll let it take my sun. And once it dies, it will give me the sun back. So typically, I like to do two columns of sunflowers, and that should be enough for the most part. For every level, you won't usually need to use more than 2 columns of sunflower. And you can probably get by with just using 1, but I like to be safe and use 2. And as you can see, all my sun is there. And we have unlocked another plant. This is called cabbage pult, and you know those gravestones, now we don't have to worry about them. because now we have a plant that can actually shoot over these gravestones and just hit the zombies directly. Good news, Penny found a map across space-time. He decided a space-time map where we can find plants that can help us in explaining more exploring and kicking some zombies' butt. Okay, so I finally finished with my custom keybinds. As you can see, I have catapult right here, and this will just go over all these gravestones and we'll just hit the zombie directly, which is very useful. There's actually no need to use pea shooter in this level, and as you can see, if there are no zombies on screen, these catapults will just attack the gravestones. I would plant more sunflowers, but there's no space. Another key thing about this level, about this game, is also just space management as well. We have like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 45 tiles, which may seem like a lot, but it's actually not, considering that, what, 10 of those tiles are immediately used just for the sunflowers, and then 3 of these tiles, it's 15 tiles, you just can't really plant on there because that's way too close. So you actually don't have that much room to plant. As you can see, we just got a sprout. The game will explain what that is later. And if you play this game, you know that one of the rules of this game is always aim for symmetry. It doesn't bother me that much, but I don't know, for some reason, like some people, it really bothers them that we're not symmetrical when you finish the level. It doesn't bother me too much, but it does bother some people. Survive for 4 minutes. So this is a new gimmick in this game, and that is the timer. So you don't have to survive for a certain amount of waves, you just have to survive for a certain amount of time. As you can see, we have these camo zombies, and these camo zombies are basically just in groups of 3 or 4, and these boomerangs are really good for taking care of them. These boomerangs, they hit 3 objects, 3 things, and then they come back. This is surprisingly difficult for a third level. And also, this game is not directed toward casuals. This is pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult mod, and it gets even more difficult later down the line. There is an easy mode as well, so if you do want to play this, but you don't want to struggle that much, you can also play an easy mode, an easy version of this level. An easy version of the game, I meant. Also, as you can see, there's no lawnmowers. And I haven't mentioned this before, but lawnmowers are basically just your safeguard. So basically, if you... I might actually lose this level. But if you... Oh god, I'm actually gonna lose. I can't believe I actually lost, wow. It's 3rd level, I've already lost. Yeah, we definitely buffed the beginning of the game. As you can see, I'm pretty much back to where we were before, and I am doing a lot better this time. And I think I pretty much won. I don't think there's any way I could actually lose. 3, 2, 1. And there we have it. I have won. Really cool gimmick as well. The 3-minute timer. That is not a thing in the original game, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't realize Penny would speak. Now listen carefully, the next part is important. Tiers are like alternate versions for plants. Some stats will be better while some stats will be worse. Plant tiers can have a great impact on your strategies. Think wisely before choosing the plant tiers. You need to buy tier 2 and tier 3 once before you can go back to tier 1. After that, you can switch tier of a plant to whatever you want. Also between tier 1, 2, and 3, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, to 1 to 2 to 3. Now tap find more to end this tutorial. Only one seed packet in this mod. So tiers in this game is basically a replacement to the level up system in the original PvZ game. And Penny just explained they have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and usually they just get better, but they cost more sun. That's usually the gist of most of these tiers. And yeah, but really cool. I believe you use these coins you collected. You have to use these coins to upgrade the levels to a different tier. I feel, yeah, you only use coins. You don't need seed packets. This is just from the original game. You can also read up about zombies and plants here, what they do. And there's also some dialogue here. It's really cool. I might read that later. I see you found sprouts. Usually will go into Marigold. You'll get some coins that plant can grow. Sand Garden is now officially open. Grow me food, thought neighbor. So as you can see, Sand Garden just gives you gold or gives you coins. These sprouts you can get naturally from just playing the game. You can also get different plants here, but I believe the game will probably talk about that later. And you have this bee right here. You can actually click on him and click on the plant, and it'll reduce the time. And also, I think this will be the last level I'll play as well for this episode. Time to demonstrate the power of tiering. Cabbage tier 3 is a far more powerful attacker than Cabbage tier 1, for example. However, you need to pay more sun for that kind of power. Since plants are coming from festival delivery, however, you get to try it out for free. Now release power on the zombie horde. So as you can see, we have a cabbage tier 3, and the tiers are indicated by the little thing right here on the top right of the plant. So as you can see, this is tier 1. This iceberg lettuce right here is also tier 1. Iceberg lettuce freezes zombies, and if you're in a group, they'll freeze multiple zombies in that group. As you can see, this cabbage horde is doing a lot of damage, way more than it was doing before. Why is it not targeting the imp? Also, if you see up top here, this is the current progress of your level, how far you've gone into the level. And as you can see, we have 2 flags, which means there are 2 flag waves. And basic flag waves are just waves that have a lot of zombies in them. So as you can see, there's not really anything special going on at this current moment. But as the game progresses, some interesting things will happen for sure. Some more interesting gimmicks. And there's also some custom plants that are made specifically for this mod. So that are in this mod that aren't in the original game. And there's also, and the same goes for zombies as well. As you can see, this is a very long level, but in the future there will be longer levels. As you can see, we just got a diamond, and I'll show you what this does later. And obviously, as you can see, catapults are very powerful. Way more powerful than the catapults we've been using so far, which is obviously tier 1. Huge wave of zombies is approaching, and this is going to be the final wave. I also absolutely love the music in this game as well. Music is actually really amazing as well. Iceberg lettuce. Freezes zombies that step on it. So the iceberg lettuce causes 0 stun, which is basically free. but it does have a very long recharge. So basically, you can't just spam it. Want some new stuff? Check out my Twitty Dinkies. I sell cool plants and costumes in here. We'll need this one single sea plant to start tearing piece you would profit by it. So as you can see, this is what gems do, and you can basically get all these plants. You can also exchange coins for gems and vice versa, and you can get some costumes. These costumes do cost gems though, which does kind of suck because, I mean, realistically, you would want to save up for these plants that you can actually use in game instead of, buying these costumes. Also, I did have around 500 gems, and that's after buying like 3 or 4 costumes. So I might just get those gems back, and I'll probably just use all of that on cosmetics because it doesn't really alter the game that much. It's literally just cosmetics. Sand Garden is not just for growing. Use your gems to speed up products like last time. And we have a boost. Cost less sun to plant. This boost lasts for 1 level. So before the boost, in the original game, it was basically just gives you the plant food effect. Now this is different. Also, as you can see, this is... So pea shooter and sunflower are completely free to switch here. So if I want to switch this to tier 2, sun cost would go up, toughness would go up, and the damage would go up. So the only bad thing would be the sun cost going up. So basically, does more damage, but costs more. In sunflower, we have it goes down to 75 sun, but it has longer recharge. I actually personally like this. Here, this is what I used in my original playthrough. I actually don't like this tier. I think this tier is really bad. I recommend tier 2 for sunflower. And if you really need it, you can just switch back. So anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As you can see, this game is actually really long. There's a bunch of stuff here. And there's also hardcore, which I don't want to play. I'm going to be playing the normal mode in this let's play, I guess. So yeah, there's a bunch of worlds, bunch of new zombies and stuff. And I think they're planning to make even more. So it's gonna be really interesting. And I'm planning to play about 5 levels each episode. And maybe like 3 to 4 if they're really difficult. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you have enjoyed. Peace.